And we are set to go in Columbus. It is 6-1-4 night. That's the area code here, their final home match of the season. They're looking to pick up their 7th home win of the season and finish at 500. They've really struggled more on the road, where they're 2-8.
Lanes that the attackers take on their approach.
It's our Tom on the combination play with Walker flying in. The set went to Cox, and the ball went backward. Previously as a head coach in Puerto Rico. And Kaz Brown blocks Walker. Orlando building a wall early in the first set.
Kaz Brown is an extremely disciplined blocker. She is patient. She is
PBF record with a 10-match winning streak. Well, that passed what Orlando did earlier in the year with a 9-match winning streak, but in a tailspin, 2-6 in their last 8. Looking to turn the page in this one. Pon good part, back sets Kaz Brown. Out of system, Raypoch. Scooped up by Abercrombie, also very good defensively, especially in the backcourt. And Courtney Schwann, their ball control OH2 with the finishing blow.
Courtney Schwann's ball control is one of the best in the league, but here she is on offense. Such a solid
Head
swing.
coach for Orlando, previously was an assistant under Brad Keller at USC. Courtney Schwann is dug by Megan Courtney Lush. Raypoch right back into the block. This time it was covered by Kaylee Cox. Kaz Brown plays that ball defensively. Cox with a couple of good defensive plays. The block, hitter coverage, and the pancake. Back set, Brown puts an end to it. Kaz Brown already with the 3 stuff blocks, showing up offensively as well.
Kaz Brown is really dominant off of 1 foot behind the setter. Watch the route and then
something that at the start of this 3-match win streak against Indy, Columbus did a really good job of serving short, serving the stack in certain rotations. Columbus back within 4. Middle swing for Natalie Late.
Yeah, she has been coming off of 5 kills, a couple of 4-kill matches recently, but she's 3rd in the league.
Big bop there from Lindsay Vanderwide. Biggest strength in general. They are 4th in the league, just about 2.5 blocks per set. Good par, nice setup to Foster. Orlando in system.
Scully just makes serve receive look easy. That was a dime of a pass right on Shampoo's head, who's able to run through the middle. Quick set to Natalie Foster. The time it contacts her hand to the time it gets to the serve receive line.
A vicious jump float.
It's ridiculous. That's got to be so hard to pass because it's floating so much, and then it's also coming with a lot of pace. Combine that with how high she's contacting at the right time.
Janice Liao picks up her first stuff block, but she's 3 for 4 offensively. This time off the block and down for Brittany Abercrombie, who was the individual champion in the network. But Orlando 2-0 in the series this year, 4-2 all time. Abercrombie using the block, and
Abercrombie is a lefty, so the block isn't as used to setting up against lefties. It's a little bit more rare, but there she is perfect time.
Now gets the serve. Back set, Abercrombie with a bullet. Brittany Abercrombie straight down to the deck.
Coming into this matchup, Brittany,
national champion at Penn State, Megan Courtney Lush targets Vanderwide. That's a blast from Schwann in front.
You're going to see Lindsay Vanderwide get targeted on serve receive because you've got Shannon Scully, who's really clean on the pass, and Courtney Schwann back there. So you've got to go after Vanderwide, but a beautiful pass, way to take care of it, and then a nice solid swing by Schwann.
Shampoo to Schwann. Walker has to give this up for Kaylee Cox. They find the setter, so it's Scully wearing the Bro uniform and getting the assist to Abercrombie with that reach. She can extend. There it is from Tom. Able to wreak havoc in the first set with short serves, but Orlando seems to adjust Abercrombie with the scoring play.
On the right side, and then Courtney Lush is a tried and true outside.
Kaz Brown takes that serve receive. She's had to a few different times. Tom, the pancake. Good part, puts it back over. And so one tie setter makes a great play, and the other one is even better. Shampoo with the kill.
Shampoo so sneaky, so deceptive with that shot. Good situational awareness. She herself is a threat offensively.
It's tough for them to move back and forth across the court like a libero would. Turned down the line by Lindsay Vanderweide, a sixth-year pro out of Turlock, filling in for Terry. That's a smackdown right there from Natalie Foster.
Natalie Foster is also one of those players that can hit sharp into the seam if the block allows it, or if the block is up and set and in front of her, that Dutch corner.
And you get to see her big serve, her third ace already.
I asked Coach Amy Pauley what makes Natalie
235. Back set Abercrombie. That'll get the job done for Brittany Abercrombie. She still does not have a hitting error tonight, and she is 10 for 15.
Hitting around 667 with 7 high snap. Doesn't even follow through the ball, just has to snap in the face.
Cass Brown calling for the one. And some prolonged contact with the ball. We were having that conversation pre-match with Landry Homeshire, the R1.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit more liberal with this call. Not a catch.
Bigger swing from Brown, and Orlando sides out right away after that Cox kill.
The long reach, the length of her arms, and then pushing that ball down.
Three-time All-ACC at Miami, Janice Liao. Abercrombie, too much to deal with right now.
Holy offensive options. There was so much go in the middle and really force it through Liao.
And the 18th year pro Tom Com is new to the club as well. On the D attack. Tom Com able to get the up. Right back to it, Abercrombie. That'll get down there for Brittany Abercrombie. She is 12 for... I think maybe that was a situation where the R2 just might have seen that either live or right away on a replay. So very expedited review right there. Goes back. Orlando in front late in the second, already up by a set. Van Schwan puts Orlando on set point.
We got the dub sub for the
They
bell.
were the coldest team of the four likely playoff participants coming in. It just shows you it's anybody's game in Vegas with Orlando playing like this, despite coming in 2-6 in their last 8. That's a point for Cass Brown. They are 1 point away from the 8-point. They know there's one coming if Orlando scores here. Ray Potts left side swing. Back set for Brittany Abercrombie. That'll get down to the floor. Brittany Abercrombie is 15 for 22.
Incredible. She contacts that ball so high. She's job at running a very balanced offense, running through all of her options.
Good part as well. And Natalie Foster with the kill. Each of the last 2 matches. Overpass. Another big-time serve from Foster. Easy point for Schwan.
Give Natalie Foster the assist. Beautiful serve. So much pressure behind the service line that allowed the overpass. And Courtney Schwan just doing what she's supposed to do up there, which is man the overpass.
Foster hitting 7 for 8 as an attacker with 4 aces. Middles have been on fire tonight for Orlando. Abercrombie out of system. Yes, for Brittany Abercrombie. She has 18 kills and is 1 dig away from a... Another huge serve and the 5th ace of the night for Foster.
What's crazy about this serve, too, is usually with a serve like that, it's high risk, high reward, but with Natalie, without a ton of risk for error.
There it is again, her 6th. This is as good as it gets behind the service line. Natalie Foster, 6 aces in a match.
Watch the movement, watch where she contacts it, and then how it dips and dives from left.
It was previously a 6-0 run. They got 5 in a row on Foster's serve, and that is too much. Abercrombie burying that ball underground.
Watch this play, watch this route. It's absolutely insane, and it completely tricked the block. Watch Kaz Brown go right behind the setter. The block, both of them, is jumping with Kaz.
Come on, jump! Let's go!
Back set for Brown, and Orlando just going to town. They've been in system enough, and when they are, Abercrombie, Brown, and everyone else.
And you can thank Kaz Brown for keeping...
With the 5 winning, breaking Orlando's winning streak record from earlier in the season. That was a dispiriting loss, but what a response now for Orlando with a chance to clinch a postseason berth. Here's Shampoo to Foster. She can do it in the front row as well. All those aces, but gets on the board once again as an attacker.
Because Natalie Foster contacts that ball so high, she creates so many angles for herself, and she's able to avoid the block and hit it straight down.
And she is 8 for 9. That's a short serve by Kaz Brown. Seen a couple of those from her as much as she has been targeted. And Foster again, 9 for 10. Just keep the counter going for Orlando. These numbers are pretty impressive offensively. 327 as a team.
Foster's doing it.
Got to credit the crowd on hand here. A fun environment in Columbus, but Orlando just too good. Lindsay Vanderwaide to the floor, and Orlando is going to Vegas. They have clinched a postseason.
Number 6, Orlando.
invested in their young talent and the development of them. And we're seeing the short serve. Oh, she didn't go back to it, but she short served first, and that's one of their strategies.
Tom-Com back set, Morgan Lewis. Tom-Com brings it away from the net. Pon, good par. The back set, Abercrombie, who averages just under 4.3 kills per set. Going up against Columbus and Angel. Columbus middle blocker Janice Liao serves at Lindsay Vanderweide. Nora Sis gets a swing. Now Kaylee Cox. Back to Sis. And the number 3 overall pick out of Creighton and Papillion, Nebraska, Amy Paul.
To passing system.
The receiving team usually scores. That's the odds-on probability any given play. But not when Foster is serving. Another big swing early from Nora Sis.
Nora Sis is so aggressive on the attack. She's got a nice long approach. Watch the approach. Beautiful set by Sean. 15 kills leading her team.
That's called a back one, and Kaz Brown puts it away.
The connection between Kaz Brown and Shampoo has really been ironed out throughout the season, and now they are in system. They're good to go. They're and make such an impact for this Fury team.
Kaz Brown really good behind the setter.
Kaz Brown is coming off of 4 insanely offensive matches in a row. She's got top-tier efficiency behind the
win twice. Semi-final match, and get to the championship and win again. Single elimination format. Vanderweide with the point. This is the offensive lineup on the outside for Orlando with both Nora Sis and Lindsay Vanderweide in there as starters. Courtney Schwann on the bench serve again. Sis handles the serve right back to Abercrombie, and she scores this time. Orlando sides out.
The last time Brittany Abercrombie played this Fury team, she found a whole lot of success around the block, through the block, and then strides, and they put her in for her size at the net and her offensive efficiency.
One of those veteran options that's on a younger team, sorely needed, now getting back healthy as Kaz Brown connects on another slide.
That is that sweet spot that Kaz Brown attacks on the slide that is so difficult to defend. It's deep down the line. This is something that they've repped out in practice.
Better than they found it. Checking out with their team up 4. Make it 3 as a 4-4 hit from Vanderweide.
One of the reasons why Lindsay Vanderweide is so difficult to block and dig is because of how lightning fast that arm swing is. She is up and down.
Now Lewis into the back row. Columbus 2 points away in the first set. Tough to put a team away within a set or within a point. Columbus scrambles nicely, tight to the net. Oh, Sis taking advantage of that set and just hammering it home.
Nora Sis's approach is so explosive, and she attacks this just incredible. Nice high swing by her, taking advantage of the gap in the block.
She was 3-time All-SEC at Kentucky. Gonna take one again. Gets it done, and she kind of hit across the ball. Didn't necessarily get all of it, but it doesn't always matter for a middle. If you just get the ball to a middle, the result is positive most of the time.
And to the time it got to the serve-receive line, if your first move isn't quick to the ball to get underneath it, it's going to go down.
Played during the COVID era in college. She had 5 years at the University of Oregon. It was Brown holding the follow-through right there on the tip.
Kaz Brown's got swagger. I don't care what you say. Putting that ball so perfectly placed.
Abercrombie, important for Orlando as well. The #1 point scorer in the league. 4.6.
Last time these two teams played.
And she's coming off a match at Omaha where she had 8 blocks, just 2 off a league record. Nora Sis cross court.
Nora Sis is one of those players where when she gets going, she's really hard to stop. Janice Liao 79. She had a 600 hitting efficiency recently, so she's locked in.
That's Shampoo. Finally asked her before this match What's the deal with Shampoo? What's that nickname? She said
it's sharp and down, but there she took something off of it and went with the placement to the deep corner.
And make McKissick pass. She does so successfully and assists with the big swing.
That's a great serve receive line. Back there receiving the ball. Nice pass by McKissick. Then Shampoo, MK White moving along the net to get that block.
Abercrombie. Oh, Sarame's been vacuuming a lot of things up so far with 9 digs. Couldn't quite handle Illinois. Set point for Columbus. Can they go up 2-0? Not yet. Vanderweyde puts it down.
Vanderweyde continues to burn the Fury inside the block. She's got that sharp angle. It's really sharp, and she's
coming
very
off the bench in each of the first 2 sets. Another set point. Abercrombie has the solution. It's all tied at 26.
Similarly to that role that Raypop plays for the Fury, Brittany Abercrombie plays it for the Valkyries. You'll see her get set in the big pressure moments, in the big time situation. On
serves in a match recently in Columbus. This time Scully takes it. Abercrombie has continued to be reliable. Double-figure kills now for Abercrombie.
In 7 in this set alone.
Been playing across multiple leagues, her first year playing in the PVF. Another Orlando set point. From the roof. Nora Sis says goodbye to the second set. Cass Brown over there.
Every undersized attacker out there. She is so springy and explosive. Her vertical is so high, and she's so much fun to watch.
That was an excellent set by Shampoo. Well done.
And it was a set on the run. I mean, just beautifully placed, a little bit inside, so more of a C for that back row attack. Brittany Abercrombie
takes care of this pass. Brown takes care of the swing.
And that's one of the things that Cass Brown was telling me into the break. We need to push our pass to the net, keep us in system to run through the middles.
Orlando looking to make it 4 for 4 on the season in matches against Columbus. They've been trailing, but now have moved.
Or they just live here, but they're always here supporting, and it provides them with a clear path of where they can go and where they can take the score.
Also has some screaming players on the bench right there for Orlando, as Lindsay Vanderweyde voiced their concern. That's overcooked on the pass, and Orlando is up by 5.
Good service pressure from the Valkyries to contribute to that overpass, and that's Lindsay Vanderweyde's job. If you get an overpass, it is expected of you to put that ball away. It's a roundhouse kind of swing, and it's difficult to block.
Yeah, it's one of those swings you appreciate it even more in person. You can play it off the net. Orlando does. Sis puts it down.
What a fun play. That was such a good heads-up play by Norris. She was expectant, she was ready. Crazy up by Shampoo, so good at defense. Beautiful up by MK White.
Sees it. Here she is, 16 on the day, and Abercrombie hitting close to 400.
16 on the day, and we're only in the 3rd.
Lindsay Vanderweyde scores.
Lindsay Vanderweyde loves high off of the hand. She loves sharp into that angle. This might be one of the first swings we've seen from her go down the line, cutting her down.
(4-1) Columbus run, and Foster ends it.
Natalie Foster back into the lineup. We've seen it before. Last time these two teams played, she was insanely efficient. 9 kills on 10 attempts at 900, set a league record.
She loves those short float serves. Foster going soft.
I talk about Natalie Foster's tools and all of her range. Well, that was a
service error. Columbus dodging a bullet, keeping themselves in the set. Not a prolonged run there from Foster, but Abercrombie re-extends the lead to 3 for Orlando.
Watch Brittany Abercrombie with the nice long approach. Cass Brown doing a great job at holding high volleyball IQ to make that work.
to go up 2-1. Orlando has that opportunity. Set point, Vanderweyde. Rivera just punches it up. Gillen out of system. Flops it over. Shaftmaster, D-ball, Abercrombie. It's down, and Orlando is up 2-1 at home.
Brittany Abercrombie so explosive on that D-ball, and the perfect spot, so aggressive, and giving Orlando that 2-1 in the set lead.
The Valkyries know they're going to the postseason, but they love to send their home fans off one final time.
Your setters in front row.
Gotta have some quick reflexes in order to compete at this level. Kaz Brown doing yeoman's work as a middle in the back row, and Vanderweyde turns it down the line.
It's always fun when a middle gets a dig like that. Beautiful pass by Kaz Brown, and then to finish it, Lindsay Vanderweyde with all that powerful fast arm swing.
Take a look at the end of this sequence. Good set by Sharpu as well. Timeout on the floor. We have here the Valkyrie shields and helmets. And the hustle from Nora Sis. Finding the angle, Vanderweyde.
Give that point to Nora Sis, so fast, throwing her body on the ground. Good up by Kaz Brown, and also Kaz Brown is cheering Nora Sis on the entire way. That is a good teammate, a great attacker needs, and give them the set that they need, time in and time out. It's just so impressive how quickly they've built that.
That is down on the Columbus side, so the power of Vanderweyde gets through that block. Well, they also said, Columbus was telling us this morning in practice that they are hopeful that the 18-year veteran, TBD on that, but yeah, it's one of those things, getting Tom Com signed, a couple other players coming back from injury. As Angel Perez said, too little, too late for Columbus this year, but hoping for the carryover now into next year. Vanderweyde with another scoring play. Keep in mind, Columbus began the year 0-7. They've since, bounced back a little bit, but not good enough at 8-17.
Angles over the net.
Went to school at University of Miami. Family immigrated from Cape Verde, the west coast of Africa. Natalie Foster comes through, a Michigan native with a kill. Close to where he entered the court, but he'll sprint onto the court and off the court when the spot's further away. Oh, one-handed serve receive by Vanderweyde. Wilma Rivera tries to surprise Orlando there. And Brown did shot behind the center.
When Kaz Brown is on the slide, it's almost like her vision really opens up. She's able to see the opposing defense so well. She's up, it's quick, and how far she pushes.
More expansion coming leading into next year, but first, the PVF postseason in Vegas, May 9th and May 11th. Kaz Brown gets to celebrate another.
And with that, that is Kaz Brown's 4th block. So what does that mean? That means she's breaking her previous record in the league right now. Indy, like we said, they just broke a 5-match losing streak. So I would think that that is definitely the team that you would want to play if you are the Omaha and Atlanta fighting for that #1.
And of course, mentioned it once before, Orlando highly likely to be.
Exactly, and it's almost like a reset. After this regular season, it's a reset going into the playoffs. All you have to do is win 2 matches. Indy has the talent to do so. So, I mean, I think it's anyone's game.
Last year.
And now she gets an opportunity, and she's just been getting career highs match after match as she's been playing.
Nice short serve by Courtney Lush. Abercrombie loves to tip. Sis gets a piece, and it gets down to the court.
Such a good out-of-system set by Shannon Scully, really leading her attacker, putting it a little inside. So Nora Sis did a good job at getting her feet to the ball. Watch the out-of-system set over the shoulder. Good angle on this. You've got Ellie McKissick in the back row right now, so you've got 2 libero serve receiving, essentially.
She handles that serve receive, and Sis puts it away.
Norris contacts the ball really high. She's got a nice fast arm swing and she's swinging over the block. I like the decision from Shampoo. She's over there, she's going with the flow. She's not a swimmer, Vera going for it, just missed it outside the lines.
Orlando looking to finish the home slate 9-5. Home finale, the regular season. Schaffmaster bump set, Vander Weyde, the 4-4 to make it a 4-0 record this season.